All right, welcome to the Daily Dirt, Dustin Diggs. We are here with Mark D. Maurer. Yes.
What's up?
He's a male model, but also and an actor, a fine actor as well. But also we're here to talk about his company, HW Armory Presents. Just look at the table here, folks. I feel like it's Deadpool. Deadpool comes to mind here.
Yeah.
When did you really get into shooting guns? Let's start with that first.
So it took for one time my cousin bought a cheap little AR-15, took me shooting, and I was hooked. So then I ended up following his little trend, and he was like, yeah, you can actually customize these. These are like Legos for adults. And
right.
I was like, oh, really? That's when it sparked my interest.
Just looking at I can see where the Legos come in mind, yeah. So how old were you when that happened?
This happened 5 years ago.
Okay, only 5 years?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wow. And how many guns do you have to your collection if you want to answer that question?
Oh, a lot.
A lot, okay. Just on my table, I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 great-looking guns here. I'm a big fan of guns. I don't really go out shooting guns, but I have a few that for movie props. I don't really have bullets for them. So, but these would be amazing prop guns. So we can kind of talk about that. Also talk about the Alec Baldwin situation and your opinion on that.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on that? We can kind of jump into that now.
Well, just like anybody, if you're in the firearm industry, I don't know what his background was, how well he was trained to handle those, but every gun is loaded until you check it. So simple as that.
Right.
I'm not even, you never point a gun at nobody regardless. I don't care. You just don't. Even if you're just like doing this, you always aim down. Like no gun ever points at anything you are not trying to take as a target or to just take out.
Right.
I
don't know much about the situation, but it seemed like if the camera person got shot, like he must have been aiming towards the lens, right? I mean, that's would have to be what would happen. I don't, so.
Yeah, he said he didn't even pull the trigger, so I don't understand how that works because the hammer needs something to release so it slams forward, and that's you pulling the trigger.
He did an interview with George Stephanopoulos, or something. I'm going to butcher that name, but anyways, he was saying like he didn't feel guilty about it, like he had no, and he was kind of putting the blame on the other person, which might not be his fault, but I figured you'd still feel a little remorse, that you had the gun in your hand. Like it doesn't make much sense to me. But so you started with your guns. What was the first one that you got? You said the AR-15.
AR-15. It was a MMR by Mossberg. It's a piece of crap. It was like $500, and then just my creative ways, because I've been a graphic designer for a very long time, and everything I do, I go above and beyond. And I try to make it mine. So I actually designed a whole gun, designed all the parts that I wanted, and that's where this piece right here.
Or you can pick it up if you want. Oh. We for the audience out here, we checked all the guns before we put them on the table. We did all the safety measures, and
they don't get pointed at anybody anyway. So. Right. Oh, here we go.
So
let me find my angle. This is what I designed.
Now, how did you design it? Through a 3D printing?
Through CAD.
Through a CAD? Okay.
Well, it's called Fusion 360. It's like a free version of AutoCAD.
Okay.
And I wanted a cool little gun, my own little custom gun. So I was like, oh, man, Terminator. No, Exterminator. Something cool.
Right, that's a good name, yeah.
So then I designed the handguard, got it manufactured, and just started shooting and met a couple people at the gun ranges, and they were just like, man, where'd you get that part from?
So you made it for yourself, not thinking that you could sell these, right?
It was not my intention to start a firearm business at all. And then people just kept on asking me, and it's like, well, there's a demand here. There's a possibility to, make some money here. And I built the guns with the latest products, and I think this was one of the first guns I built where I wasn't a dealer for all the parts, and then I became a dealer. And pretty much it's like a subway for guns now at these gun shows before COVID, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, and it just, it's one of my passions. I love building guns and making cool things, and all of them have a different theme, different calibers. And a lot of these parts on here are not just for looks. There's a lot of aesthetics behind them that make it function better. So overall, it just makes it a cool looking gun, but it actually has functionality that takes it to another level. And that's kind of like my little niche in the industry. selling all the parts, and now we do custom stuff. Like there's a gun right here that we did, and it's based on Yellow Wolf Slow American. Right here.
Pull that one up. Show the audience that one. So
it says Slow American on it, and it's actually velvet on the grip. No gun has ever had velvet on the grip. So what did you design on? Like how did you design? So I pretty much buy all these parts. Mm-hmm. I'm a dealer for all these parts, and they all don't just go together very easily. But I put them all together, and then I designed in Adobe Illustrator. That's a tip, y'all. To actually lay out the whole gun, and then I have heat. What is it called? This vinyl that doesn't melt, pretty much. And I put it on here. I lay it all out, and I Cerakote the thing. Laser cut this stuff out and put it on there.
So you have a laser cutter at home that you do it? Okay. Yeah. So what's the original part of the gun? Like, so what's...
This is actually a 80% original lower, so it doesn't even have a serial number on it. They usually call these ghost guns. But pretty much there is no brand. You could say it's closely resembling a Glock. Mm. So that's the closest thing you'll get to a Glock. And typically in the industry, Glocks are one of the most popular customizable guns. So that's where we do all the crazy stuff
and
too.
Then you got this one all on this one.
Yeah, and that's another one that one's a different slide. But on both of these, I did the spiral flute barrel, so it's got this really cool twist to the barrel instead of just a standard straight barrel.
So do you download the measurements and the dimensions of like, because you're building onto like a gun, so you can't make the dimensions smaller than for the bullet to go through. So is there some kind of thing you go online to find these dimensions?
So what we do is you leave it up to the pros. Like there's companies that make the barrel, that make the slides. Mm. So what you do is you order all these parts and you put it together like Legos, but we take it to another level. We might engrave on it, might paint on it.
Okay.
So it's almost like you bring us a car and then we just make it look
so
badass.
You buy the muffler, but then you put some laser designs and make all kinds of cool things for the muffler. Yep. Right? I got you. Okay. So you're not really manufacturing the metal part itself. You're kind of like adding on to it.
Exactly. We leave the manufacturing to the pros that got lots of lawyers and lots of money to blow. Just in case something goes wrong.
Right.
They can get sued, not me.
Right. So then that's awesome. That's awesome. Here's some photos here, just some great pictures that you have of your HW Armory. What does HW stand for?
Hollowware, because I used to have clothing.
Oh, okay.
Hollowware was like my clothing company I had made a long time ago, and I was like, I didn't know what to call it, so I was just like, all right.
That's some cool photos here. Yeah, look at these photos.
So see how it says Black Rambo Ammo? Black Rambo is an influencer. He's almost up to a million followers, and 1 million subscribers on YouTube and Instagram. I made that logo with my buddies, and took him to Vegas with me. It's an event called SHOT Show. He had like 300,000 followers. After I introduced him to SHOT Show, because you have to go in under a company. He came in under my company. He went up to 500,000 followers.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Like a month later, and he had tagged me in the post. He's like, man, this dude doesn't know it, but he changed my life. And now Black Rambo he even got one of his posts shared by Cardi B.
Damn,
it's crazy. And because of him, I got to actually go shoot with Twista. I'm in Twista's video with him. My gun's in it, obviously. It's just a blessing.
Yeah, some of your guns have been in some music videos, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that, yeah.
Yep.
So here's some stencils. So you can buy stencils, pre-cut stencils for your...
Yep. There's Twister to the right and Black Rambo to the left.
Oh, wow.
I haven't posted it yet. I just made the Harley Quinn Deadpool mixed theme gun. It looks pretty cool. So I took the Harley Quinn logo and mixed it with the Deadpool logo and made a whole AR pistol theme.
Now, when you do things like that and you use other logos that you don't own, is there like, how do you do that? Do you have to pay percentage to Marvel and DC for that, or how does that work?
No, strictly because it's only more like a custom paint job on a vehicle.
Okay.
So you're not marketing as like, oh, we're selling their trademark logo. This is a modification of it, and it's just custom work.
Here's some more photos here.
Yeah, and we're one of the only Illinois dealers selling Black Rambo ammo because of his like following. He sells out so quick with his ammo.
Mm-hmm.
He's my good friend. He's like, yeah, you'll be the only Illinois dealer.
So where they manufacture that ammo at?
I don't know where they manufacture it at. I know the company is called what are they called? Ammo Inc. They are the biggest manufacturer of bullets, and they make the only Teflon coated ones that are all black.
There's a ammo place in like Alton, somewhere by Alton, right? They do like 22s and things like that, right?
That's Winchester.
Winchester, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yep, it's a big facility.
Yeah.
And then we sell this training device. It's like a little bitty thing on the bottom of the gun. It actually allows you to train without using ammo. And it's not no little laser. It actually records how steady you are when you pull the trigger.
Oh, wow.
And it gives you statistics, and it tells you what you can do to improve.
Tells you if you're good or not?
Oh, yeah.
What's your statistics? Are you good?
I'm really good now.
Okay.
But it's because I've, had to demonstrate it so much, and I got the upper hand. So, well, I'll have to show you. I brought it with me.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try it out. Well, too bad we don't have the open studio, but maybe next time you're on Kick It with Keenan or something, you guys can do a shooting contest or something with the laser or whatever.
We could say whoever loses has to take a shot. I'll shoot left-handed.
Okay.
I'm a right-handed shooter.
I would be interested to see Keenan shoot a gun, but anyways, so these are some handle pieces that you guys create here?
Yeah. Yep. So we're just a dealer for these parts, but we will take that, put all the parts in it to make it functional, and then do some custom work to it.
And you do all the graphics yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yes. That's the one benefit I have because I can visualize something and then go and create it. I have a new AR pistol I'm building that is going to be a Mortal Kombat Scorpion theme.
Wow.
Gold and black.
What if somebody came up to you and said, oh, I got this, I wanted to put my face of my wife on a gun or something like that, or do you do custom work like that? I mean,
we would have to, that would require me to laser etch it on there. It looked kind of crappy though, because when you laser etch, you only burn off a certain layer. So you usually get, if it's a black surface, it's anodized.
I didn't know. I didn't like a picture for guys. I was just maybe like their own logo for their own.
But their logo?
Yeah,
oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Like we could make it look cool, make it whatever color they want.
Okay.
All that good stuff.
I like the end of this barrel on this one right here.
That one is actually a 50 cal Beowulf. That's the biggest caliber you can put in the AR-15 platform. That round was designed to penetrate an engine block.
Wow. Have you ever shot a 50 caliber?
Oh, BMG, the real ones,
yeah,
in Vegas.
I seen one, but I've seen people try to shoot those things. You got to be laying down because they'll fucking the kick on those.
It's monstrous.
Yeah.
And if you shoot the Barrett 15, the Barrett version of it, it actually has the barrel that absorbs your recoil, so it actually goes inward, so it reduces some of that kick.
Oh, okay.
Still kicks like a mule though. You'll still feel it.
Yeah.
That's a 9mm.
There on that one. That's a nice one.
That was one of the first Deadpool ones I did.
Do you reach out to like people making movies and stuff? I know there have been music videos, but I mean, do you ever like send this to like the people that do Deadpool? Do you ever try to make these?
I haven't tried that yet. Yeah. I did reach out to Yellow Wolf for that gun. I haven't heard anything back from him though. Yeah, that one right there, that gun just looks so basic to me now that I've improved my process. That was one of the first ones I did. That was all custom.
What is that on there? Is that just paint or what is it?
Yeah, it's a type of paint. That type of paint is not Cerakote. That's what I do now, Cerakote. So that's the industry standard. That right there is called gun coat.
Is it like a powder base?
No, it's liquid, but it's not. It doesn't require a catalyst for you to mix. You kind of just shake it up and spray it and then bake it.
Gotcha.
Where Cerakote requires a catalyst. But Cerakote does last a lot longer. Oh, yeah, that's the Mantis. That's the little device we were talking about.
99.6. Damn.
99.9 is the highest you can get. I get lucky sometimes when I get that, but it's all about, being super precise.
So going back to the history, so you you're at the gun range. These people are like, I really want this. Now, what was the next step to like get into your business? Like you start selling these to people, but now I see that you're at trade shows and you have your own booth. Like how long did that take to manifest?
I think it took about a year after I got my first handguard made and the gun got popular. I actually was like, well, I had a few friends that wanted custom guns, and I was like, well, maybe I can make some money doing this. So I started reaching out to the dealers, got my dealer license with them, and it was within a year, and I started doing gun shows, and I started with just the basic table and a backdrop, a big banner, but then that wasn't enough. I had to stand out. I had to make my presence at these gun shows because I knew I had competition.
Right.
So, yeah. And since I do visuals, I shot a little commercial. I think I've seen the commercial.
You showed me the commercial, I think, one time at the studio. If we come across it, we'll play it for the audience here.
Oh, yeah.
But that's, yeah, I like to look at that booth. Now, how did you get into graphic design? What were you designing before you started designing these guns? Like what? Because obviously you had a leg up with your graphic design skills that really helped you launch this company. Yeah,
I was actually doing logos. I was doing graphics, like flyers for local artists. So, and at one point, I was killing it. I was the go-to flyer guy in the hip-hop scene, especially in St. Louis. Dirty DJs did their logo. Did Ozzie Smith's salad dressing called O's Choice. Did his company Ozzie Inc. Did graphics for Nico Smith. This is a lot of people, and that literally was my only form of income. So I was slaying, and I was killing it. But I realized that your time is very valuable, and I consumed too much time. I didn't have a life. I was just working too much, and the progress wasn't. I wasn't making any progress. I was making money but no progress.
I felt that way too when I do corporate videos. It's like one time in my life I was killing it, but then it's like you're doing a service for other people. But when you can build something that's your own, like this HW Armory, that's kind of a different kind of feeling of being able to build something that's yours. Yeah. These are amazing. Here, I'm gonna cut back to the camera here. I gotta switch the switcher. And then we'll look at the other guns you brought here. You got the other one right there.
Oh, yeah. This one right here is crazy. I did the American flag, engraved the American flag on this, on both sides. And this grip actually doesn't go on this gun. This is actually the same gun that you've seen on, Suicide Squad. Harley Quinn had this. This is the Chiappa Rhino. 357. And originally it's silver, and the grip is actually shorter, but what I did was I took this grip that typically goes on the smaller version of this and made it fit onto this bigger one because the grips were notorious for being too short for this frame of a gun. And this is a walnut grip, and I kind of slaughtered it by dyeing it black. But yeah, that's an American flag engraved on there. This is one of my favorite guns to shoot because the science behind this is not your typical gun.
Yeah, why is that?
The barrel is actually in the bottom and not right here.
Oh, yeah.
So what happens is whenever you shoot something like that, typically you're used to all that force being above your hands and your wrist rocks. With that, it goes straight through your arms and you don't feel the recoil that typically you would feel when shooting a 357.
And you got a little bit more weight on top to kind of hold it down, right? Yeah.
Yeah. The heavier the gun, the less the recoil.
Do you go to the shooting ranges and you see people that don't know how to handle guns? Or just pretty much, does it happen a lot, though?
Not as often as you would think.
It seems like people would be pretty critical if they saw somebody not handling the gun right because it's your safety and your life going on. Yeah.
That's why it's better to go to indoor ranges where they have the dividers. At least you got some form of protection because a lot of people do this. They'll have the gun and then they'll turn to their partner just not knowing, and the gun is pointing at their partner because they're talking to them or whatever.
Right. I seen a video of a guy in the gun range, and he was showing the people how to shoot a gun, and then like accidentally went off.
Ooh.
And then but he just kept talking like it was no big deal, and people were like, "Wait a second, what's going on here?"
He played it off.
Right, he tried to play it off. People were like, "Wait, what's going on here?" I got one right by the house. Did you see? You ever go to that one? The one right around the corner here.
What's the name of it?
Shit, I forgot. But you can actually walk from my house to it. Yeah,
really?
That's a pretty good one. Yeah.
Ooh, we might have to go.
Yeah. So, but I bet you these just sell themselves when you walk into a gun range and you break it out of the bag and then you're shooting and people are looking over at you and you probably get tons of questions all the time about this stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
So it kind of sells itself.
Yeah, and being able to be a distributor for the more high-end products, it just automatically gives your company a better value, because if you're selling crap, you always have customers complaining. But if you're selling good quality stuff, it's more expensive, but they're not going to complain because they're like, yeah, this is the Mercedes-Benz of this type of part.
Well, a lot of times people with their gun collection, they don't go cheap on that stuff either. So, what are these things in the back here?
Right here?
Yeah, what was that for?
So those are actually Picatinny Rails. And what they're for is, if I was to shoot and I wanted to change my position, my bipod can come down here and it'll stick right on there.
Oh.
And I could actually reach a little bit further out. Because typically you can shoot like this, or you can actually really stretch your arm out and get more of a solid shot.
Right.
And if you're not using your bipod, you could put it back there.
Did you make the skull thing in the front there?
No, I didn't. But this is one of the most popular lower receivers, they call them.
Yeah.
In this industry.
That's awesome.
And this other one actually is a Spartan Skull. I mean, a Spartan head. Now, the caliber on this one is pretty big. This is a 450 Bushmaster. This is a very big gun.
What's the caliber on that one? Is that
450.
Oh, 450, you said? Okay.
So I did bring two bullets to show you, because I knew this was going to come up. I want to give you a comparison of a 9mm compared to this.
Okay.
So,
and he knew my questions I was going to ask. He's seen this podcast before. All right. So, holy shit! Wow.
So this is roughly, this can go up to 335 grain. And, that little thing is nothing.
Damn.
And the crazy thing is, this can use that projectile in its straight case, meaning there's no dimple on the inside right here where it goes like this, like a regular AR round. So this you could use for hunting. So this is it's one of those rounds where you shoot it, it's fun, and the stocks that are on these guns, they absorb recoil, so you don't have to worry about a sore shoulder when you're shooting them.
Are you an avid hunter, or do you just shoot guns in the range?
I actually never hunted before. I don't know. I something bugs me about shooting something that doesn't deserve to die,
Right.
And so I've never been hunting. I don't know if I could go hunting unless it was like a survival scenario, then obviously, but
Right. You'd be all right. If the apocalypse happened, I'm going to call Mark. Mark, you're my first person I call. When all this shit hits the fan, I'll be like, Mark, come save me.
I'm like, get the cameras ready. We're going to make this monumental.
Right.
If we survive it, we'll have a good movie.
Right. So if people are interested, they can check out the Facebook page here. I did not have to pull up the website, but is the website?
Yep. hwarmory.com.
See if I got to.
Yeah, Facebook. I'm really not active on Facebook. They're anti-gun, so it's usually just Instagram and the website.
Now that's weird because Instagram is owned by Facebook, right? But
yeah,
you probably get more people reporting you on Facebook than.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. That's why I don't even deal with it on there that much. Instagram, they have tightened it up. I tried to do an ad with my truck, and they're like, "No, it's related to the gun industry. Your profile says HW Armory. Sorry." So that kind of sucked.
So the big shows I know the SHOT show is really big in Las Vegas. That's like the big one. That's every once a year. I think that's January or something like. No, it's after hunting season. So it's
January.
Is it January? Yeah.
This year it's January 19th to the 21st. I'll be there for 8 days. I'll be there the weekend before and after.
And so you set up a booth there? You have a booth?
I don't have a booth there. I go there and I talk to the dealers that I buy my products from. and we work out new deals, and I get to try some of the new products that they have that they will be releasing, and I sign up to get those before everyone else.
Now I got to the.
There it is. Yep.
Yep. Sorry, I was cutting to the overhead camera there. But so these are all the products that you sell.
Yep. All the little accessories to improve your gun.
And you ship it out of your house, or you have like a little spot?
We got a location in Collinsville that we ship them out of. It's not a storefront, so it's not open to the public. I have plans to actually have a full facility, and I feel like I don't want to half-ass it and have like a little store like everybody else. I want to do it big and do it right.
Do places like Cabela's or Bass Pro, do they sell your product, or is that an option?
No, they're niche. They really don't sell the super expensive accessories. They kind of stick to a few dealers, and that's it. A few manufacturers. It would be awesome if they did. That would be really neat. But currently they don't.
Okay. I didn't know if they had an online website that they could refer to.
But there's so many companies that will sell your stuff. There's no shortage, that's for sure.
I think the St. Charles just had a gun show, right? They just had one. Yeah.
Yep. They sure did.
So that's where I bought a couple of my guns at. But
yeah, what'd you get?
I'll show you. It's a shotgun and then this custom made. Oh God! See, now I sound so stupid to all these gun people watching. I'll show you. I'll show you. I have a 9mm, and then it's a 4. I think it's a 450. It's a weird gun. I'll show you when we're all done here. So, I bought it because it looked cool, and I thought it'd be a cool movie prop. So I don't even have bullets for it. I just bought the gun for a movie prop. So it's.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Right. I never used it for a movie yet, so it's still in the case. But one day, yeah.
One day soon.
Soon, yeah. But here's some more accessories here.
Yep, charging handles and just all the little pieces to build you a cool looking gun. And the neat thing is, when we were doing gun shows before COVID over in Illinois, I have this whole booth set up almost like a Subway. So you pick all the parts and we install it for free in front of you. So you don't have to know anything about AR except, I want a really cool gun, and here's my budget, because we had certain budgets for you to pick from.
Okay, so they bring their gun to you, and then they go through almost like a Subway of like, I like that on my gun, I like that on my gun, I like that.
Yeah.
And then you guys build it right in front of them?
We install it right there in front of them.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So they can leave with their brand new car.
Now, going back to that, like, here, let me click over to this overhead camera shot here. Like, for this gun, like, how much you think this gun cost? If can I ask that question?
Yeah, for sure. So just the handguard
to really
alone,
pimp it out like that.
This handguard alone was $250. This upper receiver. Well, if I started adding everything up, I'd say we're probably around the 3,500 range.
Wow.
The scope alone is a 308 P308. So that's a Nikon scope. That's pretty expensive. Funny story. You see this grip? That is made by Tactical Dynamics, and I actually made their logo as well.
Oh, okay.
And the cool thing is, see, there is no logo here because this is before they started engraving the logo on the grips themselves. So this is kind of like the ones before they got super big. Shout out to Todd. He lives in Hawaii now, you bastard.
Oh, I remember what my gun was. It's a 45. I'm sorry. I was thinking 4. I knew it was 4.5. I was thinking, I don't know why you added to 0. It's a 45. That's what it is.
Good old 45.
Good
old
45. Yeah. So that's what it is. Awesome. Well, we're kind of doing. This is gonna be a weird digression because we talked about guns, but now we're going to talk about your male modeling. So we're kind of. This is almost like two podcasts in one here.
Two for one.
So I'll just reintroduce you to make it funny. We got Mark Maurer here, male model. There he is. It's been an actor as well. It's been in the industry for a long time. I got your Instagram pulled up. Talk about how you got into male modeling, because like from a guy's perspective, like, you know, do you get a lot of shit for saying you're a male model?
Oh yeah.
I figured it. So how did that come about?
Ironically, I actually did a photo shoot with Brad Prime. Shout out to Brad for my truck, my exterminator truck. Based off the gun.
Let's see if we got it. It has to be. You probably have it on your Instagram. You have to have it on your Instagram.
Oh, yeah. It was one of the very first ones. It was before the
there it is. There it is right here. So check This truck's in my driveway. Oh, shit. I got to switch the cameras again. Sorry, folks. It's a switcher. I have to wait for it. And there it is. Nope. There it goes.
Yep. Right. There it is. Yep.
Wow. Look at that.
And I did all that work myself. So Brad took the pictures, and I could change all these colors and everything on there. And he asked me, he's like, you ever thought about modeling before? I was like, no. And then it kind of sunk in. And I ended up, I was like, you know what?
What was his pitch to you? Did he say that you just...
He's like, you know, you're not an ugly dude. You could probably do modeling and make some money doing it. You just got to give it a try.
And what year was this? Looks like it was...
2019.
Oh, wow. Only a couple of years. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that you right there?
That's me without the beard.
Without the beard. Look. Yeah, you look like a whole different person.
I look young without the beard.
Right. So then you start modeling.
So I started with Shutterfest. I was like, okay, well, I don't want to jump in there not knowing anything. So I signed up for Shutterfest, got accepted, and holy crap, learned so much. And then I did ClickCon, which was amazing. And then I did Shutterfest again. And it's just in between those, just accumulated so much experience and working with so many great photographers. It's just mind-blowing how much talent is just in St. Louis and in Chicago. It's just amazing. That was one of my first photos.
And then I think a lot of people like, oh, a model, you just sit in front of a camera and then the guy takes the photos. But there's really a lot of art that it takes to be a model. I kind of explain it to the audience. Yeah,
you actually have to know some poses. And I'm guilty of this, y'all. I tend to do the same pose sometimes.
What's that? Can you do it to the camera now?
I kind of just like, I look mad all the time. I you know, I don't know why, but the mad look works, even though I'm always smiling though.
Right. Let's see if he looks mad right here.
So I always do themes now. I do theme photo shoots.
He looks a little pissed. He's like, she did something wrong, and he's like, why am I here? Like, he's looking off, all pissed off. No, I'm just kidding.
Look at that shirt though.
That is a cool shirt. Look at that.
Ice cream cones.
Now, do you pick out your wardrobe for these shoots, or do you kind of...
everything except when I was in ClickCon and we had to do, like, I had never had makeup done to me before. They gave me wardrobe and makeup at ClickCon for one photo session. But, yeah, typically I dress myself. As you can tell, it's kind of not so spazzy, I guess you could say. This one was, like, this one right here, we were like, all right, looked like you did something wrong. I was like, oh, this should be pretty easy.
This one right here?
Yeah.
I get that look all the time. I get that look all the time. Sure.
I just did a shoot with Katie Bays.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
We're at the studio?
Over at Utopia Studios with Dupinder Bain.
Okay.
Oh, man, it's a good one.
Who shot it?
Dupinder.
Oh, okay.
Dupinder Bains.
I haven't met him yet.
Oh, yes. They're pretty sick. We just got
That's a good one right there.
Some of them back, and oh my goodness, I can't wait to release them. They will be released, I'm sure, probably by the weekend. You just gotta ask Katie; she's gonna put them out there first.
So you first shot with Brad, and then you went to the Shutterfest, and then after that, it just started snowballing. After that, people just kept calling you. There's really, I mean, I don't know the industry very well here in St. Louis with the modeling, but I don't know of very many male models that's consistent. Like, I don't know that many of them. There's probably like just a little bit, right?
Yeah, there's a small group of us.
Small group of you guys, yeah.
And then also too, I think that what really helped. Well, I haven't been out there for about a year with COVID stuff. I've been traveling and everything, but I definitely got to give a big shout out to Nikki Serenity. Like, she has got me so many paid gigs, and she's turned my modeling career into more than just doing TFP shoots. It's to where,
for the audience, what's a TFP shoot?
Trade for photos. Pretty much a free photo shoot for the photographer and the model. Nobody's paying each other, and you're just going out there and collaborating.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to Nikki Serenity. You're awesome.
There you go, Nikki.
Always hooking it up.
Try to get her on the show here, but she hasn't come through yet. So we'll maybe soon.
Oh yeah, she's always busy. She's always doing something.
I know. She doesn't want to take her free time and hang out here in this basement.
Not yet. Not yet.
So where was this taken at?
That was in a swimming pool.
Was that at my cousin's house?
Yep.
And so they added the graphics. Obviously, my cousin's pool does not look like this. Was this with Break the Mold? Break the Mold, right? Yeah.
It sure is.
And so you were a member of Break the Mold. And so kind of explain what Break the Mold is. It's like a big group of photographers and models. I guess it's Amelia's, like, is it like not an agency? How would you describe it?
It's a model workshop. Like,
That's what it is.
And I got to give big props to Break the Mold. If it wasn't for Break the Mold, I wouldn't have so many amazing photo shoots and have met so many amazing people. Like, Amelia really hooked it up, and Josh Manning. Like, it's been a beautiful experience working with them because they've exposed me to so many cool photographers and involved me in so many cool photo shoots. This is another one right here.
This is at my cousin's pool. I was there that day, but I didn't jump in the pool, though. You would see.
And I couldn't swim. And I was like, tie my hands up. If I just don't come back up to the surface, somebody come get me.
Oh, your hands are tied.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, it'd be. Do you ever get in a situation that somebody wants you to do a photo that's kind of unsafe that you don't want to do? Has that ever happened to you yet?
Yeah. Anything heights related. I'm scared of heights. It sucks. I try to overcome it, but I've tried. It just doesn't work. Anything heights related, I kind of get worried, but I suck it up. But you know what, though? I don't think I can recall anything to where it was like, oh, this is dangerous.
This is at my cousin's house, too. Chris, your house is a star on the podcast.
Yeah, those were all back to back to back, like bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, because I met you at the studio, and you were doing a bunch of footage. Actually, I just remembered that you were in the music video that I shot. I forget because you had a wig on.
Yeah.
But that was you in the music video with the Dexter music video I shot.
Yep.
So that was a fun day.
Yeah.
So that's a good one, too.
Did you see my latest post? I did the geek look. I'm rocking the glasses now.
Right here.
Yeah. I've gotten more response from this look than any other look I've done. So I've been rolling with it.
How do you keep in shape? Because I took my shirt off. I'm not going to look like that. So what do you exercise? I mean, what kind of stuff do you do for your health?
Work out at least 3 times a week. And you just got to eat healthy. Eating healthy is the most important thing because it's going to show if you don't. Drink a lot of water. In the mornings, I make a ginger shot. So I have a juicer. I do ginger, lemon, orange, apple, and I grind it all up in the juicer, and I have a shot of that every day, every morning.
And there's a lot of prep that goes in before a photo shoot because they always talk about drink a lot of water the days before to be hydrated. So what for the makeup? Is that for the makeup to be? I mean, I don't know if you're wearing makeup in your shots, but I know females use makeup. Yeah, is just so the skin looks more hydrated.
I don't know. That's a good question. Whenever I hear having to drink a lot of water, I'm thinking, oh, what are we doing? This is a boxing match?
Oh, so you would sweat more?
So we got to hydrate?
Yeah.
But no, you definitely want to stay hydrated. You want your skin to be healthy, and it's got to look healthy looking. Don't go out drinking the night before. It'll show.
Yeah. Okay.
You might have to wear sunglasses your whole photo shoot. And the cool thing is, like, you see, go down a little bit more. Okay. You'll see one where I'm in all black in front of a vehicle. That's actually in the desert in Las Vegas. Right there.
This one's right here?
Down one more.
Oh, that one here. Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Now, who shot that?
That was shot by, she's tagged in it, Frida Lily Photography.
And so were you in Vegas for your convention and that just happened, or did you guys actually make a special trip to Vegas?
I was out there for my convention, and I actually have a photo shoot set up before my convention this year too, because I get out there for 8 days. Mm-hmm. I make the best out of it. The convention is only during the week, so the weekend before and the weekend after is usually whenever I try to get photo shoots in, and It's usually the weekend before, because the weekend after, we're usually out in the desert shooting guns and doing all this stuff because everybody for SHOT Show is in town still.
Right.
So
I guess do you drive out there, because to take all these guns on a plane probably, I mean, you can't take them in a carry-on, but do you fly out there, or do you actually drive out there?
I fly. We check them in.
You check them in?
You just have to declare it, and then you have to have a certain case for it. That's all.
Oh, okay.
But typically when I go out there, I only bring a few. Usually just handguns, because we're at SHOT Show and everybody there has brought their guns.
And do people just walking around? I guess they're walking around their cases, right? Because if they want to get attachments and things, right? Oh, no. Okay. So
they're not allowed to. How SHOT Show works is it's literally strictly only to dealers, and the public's not allowed. So you go in there, you're not supposed to exchange credit card. Nothing like that. Your badge has a little bitty RFID on it, and you just tap their phone they have at the booth, and it gives you all your information, and then they do that, and then they send you a bill, and then you take care of that stuff at a later period of time.
I think they do that with the NAB now too. Is they don't exchange credit cards. It is something to do with the badge. Yeah. So I was scared. I lost my badge for a second there, and I started flipping out. But I was like, oh man, somebody's going to find it and start buying a bunch of shit on my card. So of all the photographers that you worked with in St. Louis, can you name some of your top? If somebody's out there and they're looking for some good references of some really great photographers, who would it be on your list? Who would be your top 5?
My top 5, definitely Curtis Gibbs, Duper Baines. Let's see, Josh Manning. Who else? Brad Prime. And let's see, one more.
I'll tell you one of my favorite photographers, and I'm not saying it because I share space I use space at her studio, but fuck, Brandy Thomas. Brandy Thomas's fucking photos of, if you've been seeing those photos, that she's been killing it, like with those photos on her Facebook page.
I haven't shot with Brandy yet, but oh my gosh, yeah, she did an amazing job with the latest one she did with the Skittles and Katie.
The Skittles. Did you see the one with the crown and the blood coming down?
That one is so epic.
Dude, that was like amazing. Yeah, so her stuff has just been amazing lately. And then I'm a big fan of A.G. Shaw. I don't know if you've worked with him yet.
I haven't, no.
Yeah, you got to work. He wants to do like male modeling stuff. And so Keenan's trying to jump in there and wants to get some photos in his underwear. So definitely make sure that doesn't happen. You should reach out to him. But he's one of my favorite photographers. And then Chris Gold's good. Have you met him yet? He's good. He's up and coming. And then Tina Ross is another good one that's been on the podcast. It's really amazing. And then Donna Birch, if you're watching, Donna, you're always great. So
all names of people I need to work with.
Right.
I love working with new faces.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we've known each other for 3 years. We always run into each other here and there at these different events and things. So, yeah. So definitely, yeah. Have you come in the network more and things like that. I heard you were going to move though.
Yeah, I'm working on a facility in Houston, Texas, firearm building. So
is that where it's going to be?
Yeah, the market out there is better.
So how many months do you still have here?
No matter what, the land is cheap here, so I'll still have something here. And
you'll be going back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got family here, I got family down there, so I can't just abandon one or the other.
So if you guys are interested in using Mark for some model shoots, he does acting too. You've done a little acting for who have you acted for?
I've done
like some commercial or something.
I did a commercial for STL Realty Group with Nikki Serenity. That's on Fox 2 News.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
I haven't done a lot of acting, but I'm willing to give it a good shot. What's the worst that can happen? Right.
Well, you've been in music videos, though. I've seen him. So that's how you get your start, to get in front of like a moving picture camera. Then you kind of get some lines.
Yeah.
And you kind of move in from there. But definitely check out Mark D. Maurer on Instagram, on Facebook. You can reach out to him if you're interested. And let me pull up your and let's talk about the HW Armory right here. Goes to the website and click on the main page, and there it is. So if you're looking for some cool gun accessories, T-shirts, do you still do graphic design work for people, or are you kind of so busy now?
Yep. I'm actually setting up a design firm in a building in Collinsville, where it's me and one other person, my buddy Chris Wills. He's really good.
Oh, Chris. Yeah, Chris is great. Yeah, with us. Full Circle Media.
Full Circle Music
Yeah,
Group. Yep.
yeah, he's great.
So we're collaborating, and he's always looked up to me in the graphic world. So I'm like, yeah, we both have that eye, and having that niche and having that set up would be great because we both have a vision and we can help others build their vision, like as far as like political advertisement, regular graphics for events, all that good stuff. We can take care of all that. So we've been setting that up in Collinsville.
Awesome. Yeah, Chris is great. Yeah, I haven't heard from him in a while. So Chris, reach out, man. Haven't heard from you in a second. So definitely check it out. So thank you again for being on the podcast. This was fun.
Appreciate it.
Definitely check out the Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs every day on the Artists United Network, and you can subscribe to the YouTube channel as well as like the Facebook page. You can also be a subscriber. It's right below. It's $4.99. It goes to like all the facilities and all the things you see here. So if you're interested in doing that, please do. And we will see you again tomorrow.
Wow.